Rockford, Illinois, population 148,000. Once the second largest city in the state. Once called the screw capital of the world. Not an insult, a badge of pride. Because this town built things. In 2024, a single software update eliminated 340 jobs here in 11 days. Nobody called a press conference. Nobody rang a bell on Wall Street. But somewhere, somebody got very, very rich. To understand what's happening to the American workforce, you don't need Silicon Valley. You don't need a TED stage or a hedge fund boardroom. You need a town like this one. Rockford Freight Solutions employed 680 people as of January 2024. Dispatchers, route coordinators, claims processors, invoice auditors, solid middle-class work. The kind of jobs economists used to call automation resistant because they require judgment, communication, nuance. They were wrong. Between February and April of 2024, the company integrated an AI operations platform, dispatch coordination, automated, invoice reconciliation, automated, route optimization, claims triage, customer callbacks, automated. Within 90 days, the company's operational headcount dropped by 49%. Diane Kowalski had worked dispatch for 19 years. She wasn't warned, she wasn't retrained. She was handed a folder with a number and a deadline. Diane's story isn't unique. According to the McKinsey Global Institute, up to 375 million workers worldwide may need to switch occupational categories by 2030. Not learn new skills, switch categories entirely. The question isn't whether AI is coming for jobs. That debate is over. The question, the one nobody in power wants to answer directly, is who is this actually for? Because while Diane was packing her desk, someone 3 miles away was closing the best month of his financial life. Marcus Webb is 38 years old. He is not a venture capitalist. He is not a Stanford dropout. He is a former IT systems administrator who lost his own corporate job in 2021. While the economy was reopening from COVID lockdowns, Marcus spent 14 months learning to build, fine-tune, and license AI workflow tools. He taught himself prompt engineering, API integration, and automation architecture using free resources. By early 2023, he had packaged his first product, an AI-assisted accounts payable reconciliation tool, and licensed it to 3 small regional companies. One of those companies was a subsidiary of Rockford Freight Solutions. By Q3 2024, Marcus was generating $47,000 per month in recurring licensing revenue. Passive income built on tools that had, directly or indirectly, contributed to the elimination of dozens of local jobs, including Diane's. He doesn't apologize for it, but he doesn't celebrate it either. The numbers behind Marcus's trajectory reflect the broader wealth redistribution happening at unprecedented velocity. Global AI investment surpassed $91 billion in 2023 alone. The top 1% of AI tool developers are capturing income streams that previously required hundreds of employees to generate. The automation premium, the profit extracted by replacing labor with software, is being harvested almost entirely by a small technical class and the corporations that deploy their tools. The economy is becoming more efficient. For some people, that efficiency pays extraordinarily well. For others, it simply ends. And the jobs being destroyed aren't coming back, because the companies replacing them aren't hiring, they're compounding. If this investigation is making you think differently about automation and wealth, hit subscribe. We publish deep dive autopsies like this every week, and you won't want to miss what's coming next in this story. By September 2024, Rockford's unemployment figures had climbed to levels not seen since the 2008 financial crisis. Local charities reported a 34% increase in food assistance applications. The school district flagged rising rates of family economic stress. The political response was predictable and inadequate. Retraining programs were announced, websites were launched, funding was promised. Nobody showed up. Because when you're 52 years old and your mortgage is due in 3 weeks, a 6-month coding boot camp is not a solution. It is an insult with a brochure attached. Meanwhile, Marcus Webb closed a licensing deal with a national logistics conglomerate, 7 figures, annually recurring. He is not a villain. He is a rational actor in an irrational system, one that rewards displacement and penalizes loyalty. The system doesn't have a conscience. It has a balance sheet. And the most dangerous part of this story isn't what's already happened. It's how much faster it accelerates from here. The AI transition is not a future event. It is a present reality, playing out street by street, paycheck by paycheck, in towns across America and across the world. History will record that enormous wealth was created during this period. What remains unwritten is whether any of it reaches the people who paid the price for it. The automation of labor is not inherently wrong, but automation without redistribution is not progress. It is extraction. Here's the thing. Every major shift looks like destruction before it looks like progress. Amazon was called a money-losing disaster for nearly a decade before it became a $2 trillion giant and reshaped the entire economy. That story is on your screen now, and it might change how you think about what's coming next. Tell us in the comments, what's your job? And why do you think AI can't take it from you?